Not so very long ago, forbidden fruit meant just that. Forbidden fruit, an apple on the tree of wisdom in the Garden of Eden. Of course, they ate it. Well, you would, wouldn't you? Things then got a bit more sophisticated and the humble apple was replaced with forbidden pleasures like chocolate. Thing is, nowadays, obviously, we'd expect things to be a little bit more sophisticated, and they are, because our forbidden fruit is something like this, the Mitsubishi FTO. Forbidden because until recently, Mitsubishi refused to bring it into the country officially. Now though, they've bowed to pressure from the likes of you and me, and they are. But here's my point. Now it's no longer forbidden fruit. It's no longer a bit of naughty fun. So is it boring? Or is it still exciting? We'll find out. Oh dear, I think I might have got the coffee cream here, because the interior is more than a little bit disappointing. It's plasticky and bland and looks about 15 years out of date. The only thing in its favour is it's Mitsubishi, so it'll last for thousands of years. The centre console particularly is just a kind of lumpy, bumpy mess. I don't think anybody designed that at all. And where's the tactile delights of a nice feeling steering wheel and a gear lever that's something other than this rather nasty old thing? Don't tell me the reality is going to be a disappointment. Bring back the fantasy. It still looks right. You know, Japanese sports cars really aren't usually sold on their good looks. It's usually some clever piece of techno-wizardry. But in the case of the FTO, I think there's an exception. It is a genuinely pretty little sports car. It looks squat and purposeful. It's low and mean. It's angular where it needs to be and curvaceous where it teases and tempts. If I am going to criticise it, it's a criticism I'd usually level at Mitsubishi, and their 323F was as guilty of this. The wheels are too small, 16 inch. These need 17 inches at least, but hey, that's easily fixed. Just before I go, one thing I really like, the spoiler. Doesn't look like it's just been slapped on any old house, an afterthought. It's integrated into the shape of the car. I like that. It is a Mitsubishi sports car, so you wouldn't expect me to say it's entirely bog standard and boring under the skin. And it isn't. What you get is a rather clever 2-litre V6 engine with 197 brake horsepower, which is quite a lot actually. 60 miles an hour comes up in 7.3 seconds, not at all bad. Interestingly, it has what Mitsubishi called MiVec, which is the equivalent of Honda's VTEC or Rover's variable valve control system. It's a bit of jiggery-pokery which changed the characteristics of the engine according to the revs. So get past 6,000 and it releases full power. That said, it's not as pronounced effect as in some Honda VTEC systems, which is both a good and a bad thing. Maybe it's not as exciting, but it does mean you're not stuck with almost a turbo lag feeling at low revs and it all goes crazy at high revs. It's a bit more usable. Where it does very well is in the suspension department. It is a very firm ride. You know you're in a sports car and not a tourer or a shopping machine. But it grips, it holds the road, it forces the wheels onto the road at all times. It feels like a little sports car, which it is. The controls generally are pretty precise and eager and responsive. There's plenty of torque back through the steering. The brakes are up to the job, if not spectacular. And the same goes for the gearbox. It changes gear, it doesn't get in the way, but I wouldn't say it's a delight to use. But none of the controls are so in your face as to spoil the fun of driving the thing. It's what you want from a sports car. This was the kind of thing I had in mind when I found out I was going to try my forbidden fruit. A bit of luxury. Did it measure up? Well, on the outside, yes, I think it looked the part. It was every bit the box of chocolates, the bottle of champagne or the bowl of fruit. Inside, well, yeah, it was a bit of a disappointment. It was less of this and more this. Bit disappointing, but not disastrous. And overall, well, yeah, I'd say our forbidden fruit measured up. It was every bit the dream I'd hoped for.